Are you listening? Damn.
There are some magic numbers in crypto these days. As soon as the price of Bitcoin is taking around something like $6,666 or something like that, the total market capitalization is around $220 billion for the rest, I don't know, weeks, 3 weeks maybe. And actually, only the capitalization, the dominance of Bitcoin is changing, and we have a little hope with the altcoins recently, a little rise of the altcoins, but maybe just because of the XRP went down. So let's see what are the leaders of the market these days, what shall we expect, and whether we'll see the new bull run anytime soon. You're watching Crypto Hamster channel. Let's go.
Turn up. Let's go.
As usual, in the beginning, let's look at the price of Bitcoin, and we've seen that it actually went up quite a bit to nearly 6,750, but it didn't really hold there, and although we are a bit trading around like this crucial red level, which I pointed out before, but still we are not making an attempt to make a more strong move. And also, if you'll consider the previous highs, it's actually a bit lower than those. So it also doesn't show the new low, because there was no drop from any of those huge drops of the range of those levels, but the high is not higher as well. So not that positive. There's no much of power, of energy from bulls, and again the liquidity is very low, as usual. The volume is very low, so we're still in front of some change in the next, I don't know, weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe, or maybe even days. So who knows, maybe we'll make a strong move soon. But probably no, probably we'll just continue like this slow, low liquidity change in the price. So we'll see. So far, let's look at the other coins which we were mentioning before, and here is Walton. So it is moving upwards quite confidently. So it broke the wedge, and it has all the chances to go to a new rising channel like this maybe. So quite positive. Just if it will be supported by the Bitcoin move, it will have all the chances to make that. Also, NEM or XAM, it is in the very confident rising channel, as well as Quark chain, which I mentioned before. So not so bad. And actually, again, of course, everybody see that, but for the NEM, I think it didn't really have that of how to say that the volume wasn't that low before, right? And it's still in the same previous conditions, so it didn't really change much with the price, with the trading, except just change of the trend, and this is a positive thing. Also, another one is Zilliqa. Zilliqa is also in the same sorry for that advertisement, rising channel, and actually it broke the previous triangle, and now it is attempting to break another triangle, the final one. And if it will, then probably the next 666 Satoshi's target is on the way. So we'll see how it will behave, but after all, looks positive. Some nice volume spikes, so probably we will have a chance to turn it to be to nice gains. NEO, what I was going to say about NEO is, you see, oh my goodness, it's for a very long time in the continuous sideways trading. First good thing is that it is traded above the support, and it doesn't even touch it. And second thing, it is the downtrend channel, this global downtrend channel, is completely broken. It's now absolutely for sure, and it means that there's only one way to the up. So probably as soon as Bitcoin will be confidently moving upwards, then Neo will show one of the best gains. And just again see the volume here is just great. I was going to mention some of the coins which we were discussing before, and some like interesting possible coins which are in the accumulation mode. So here is Bitcoin. This is not the coin which we discussed, but just see how it dropped. It was delisted from Binance, and it was like 22nd rank, I think, in CoinMarketCap. It didn't really drop that much, but still rather unpleasant for the holders. So that can happen even with the coins from like top 100, top 20, top 30. So don't be surprised, and always try to like put your stop orders and everything, just to show you how crypto is unpredictable. And now the coins which I was looking at, like for the nice technical setups. So one of them is DENT. I wouldn't touch the fundamentals really, because you can argue about them, like some pros and cons, whatever they do or don't do anything. I picked some of the coins which I think are like the teams are doing something in the field, and they are trying to push their project forward. So here's DENT. You see long accumulation in the very bottom. Well, that's not exactly the bottom, but still very bottom, and it shows a little bit change towards the rise. So probably it is a good sign. Also some volume is here, so maybe we will, like, it doesn't have this volatility as before, so probably we will see some spike like this in the near future. When I say near future, I don't know what it is, like month or half a year, whatever. Second one is QuantStamp, also very similar, also is traded around the bottom, even lower than the like historical low. Then some rising again. So many altcoins show that, but not all of them are nearly good, like in fundamental way, as those which I'm trying to pick. So just need to be careful, because it will get me really a shit coin and it will never return, like for years. Third one is District OX. It's actually 260 market cap, so it's really low, but not that bad volume for this market cap. And also again some rising at this point. It didn't really show that huge change in the price before, but maybe it's time for doing that. So maybe the next one will be like with XRP or something like that. One more which is totally underrated in my opinion is Oyster or Oyster Pearl. So it has very interesting concept, but the thing is it was completely dumped over the recent bear market time, and now it shows some trend, upwards trend. Probably it have a good chance to rise. Couple more. Q-Link actually showed some pumps recently. I wanted to mention it, but I didn't make it in time. So, but anyway, still we're in a good price range. This is the coin which seemed to be trying to push it didn't really make great marketing or something, but still the potential is high, and being at the very low level means that, like, with the continuing of the development of the project, they may do some have some awareness and do some rise in the price. And the last one is Deep Brain Chain, and this one is very similar to Q-Link. Also, some factors like team and allocations and yada yada yada. The thing is, here we are in the very bottom, so maybe you would like to wait a little bit more, but now it's like in front of the next potentially next bull cycle. So if it will start, then it will rise, and you would want to wait for the correction. It will never happen. So maybe it's still time to consider is to buy. Don't forget that everything which I say is my personal opinion and not a financial advice. What I was going to mention at the end is this. So you see the this is onchainfx.com website, so it shows different parameters of the coins, and one of them is a percentage down from all-time high. And you see how many coins, well, there's no all the coins here, but still, so how many coins are in the very low, like 90+% down from the all-time high. It's enormous drop. And of course there are a lot of like very bad coins, but how about Salt, how about Qtum, how about Substratum or Dragon Chain? They are like reasonable project, or Populous or Factum or NEM. So you see, it's not exactly the .com for bubble for Bitcoin, but it is pretty much of over .com bubble for a lot of the altcoins. And the question is, usually if there is a bear market, so then the correction is like even 80% or something like that. But if it's 95%, could those coins return to at least even those their all-time highs or not? This is a huge question. So it can make it better than all-time high only in the one case, only when crypto will be completely crashing the traditional markets, when the Bitcoin will be absolutely all over the place and everybody will buy crypto and talk about crypto and so on. Otherwise, I don't see a huge chance this will return back. So only the new project will make some gains, or some heavy and strong coins will do that. But for those, I wouldn't be that sure, guys. Well, anyway, sorry for this negative sentiment in the end, but let's be positive overall. We will probably see some interesting times ahead, and enjoy. Just try to pick the proper tactics, and safe trading, guys. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.